we're gonna call the meeting to order. It is, I was looking at the top one, 1:38, okay. Moving on to minutes, approval of minutes from June 12th.
You want me to do roll call?
Sorry, roll call.
Okay, roll call, Ariana Valdez, she's not present, I was CC'd in an email for her, but, I guess right now in the secretary's report, we'll talk a little bit more about that. Federico Lizondo, present.
She sent in an excused absence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Francisco Reyes,
Present.
Luis Vasquez,
Present.
Viviana Frank,
Present.
okay, Myra Hernandez,
Present.
Elizabeth Carrera,
Present.
Nidia Robles,
Present.
Roberto Gonzalez, and not present, Ruby Rangel, not present, Valerie Gonzalez, not present. So I guess now we can go on to the minutes.
Yes, but after the minutes, I'd like for you to explain the process of excused absences and all of that.
Okay, I have it in my secretary's report, but
Ah,
I
okay,
can
right.
get to it now if you.
Perfect.
Okay.
So, moving on to 3, the minutes, approval of minutes for June 12th, 2025. They're right in your folder. Thank you so much for organizing this for us.
I make a motion to approve the minutes for June 12th, 2025 meeting.
Second.
Oh, it's the, I see, okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any
Oh.
opposed? No?
Motion carries. Okay, I have a question about the minutes. There's a lot of dialogue and stuff in them, and I'm just wondering why you all want so much information in them. It's
because
it's
it
just
should
like,
be a summarize of what the member talks about. So it doesn't have to be like super long, but just summarize what they said. But it all depends on how you want to do them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Does it
it's
have
on
to
word
be
by
for
word.
only the things that have a motion, or it's for the whole meeting?
For the whole meeting, yeah.
so how does a synopsis help? I don't, like a summary, you just want a summary regardless of,
So for every motion, there has to be a summary of.
for a motion?
For a motion, and if there's a discussion. Because if somebody.
So all of this is
For any
not,
item, right?
so all of
Per
this is
item,
not
yeah.
for a motion?
Oh,
Everything that's in here
It's
is
not
not
for-
for a motion?
But it's for a discussion.
It's
So-
a discussion.
It's just discussion, and so.
So you can just
to me-
summarize what, it doesn't have to be word by word, just summarize what it was talked about, because it's open record, so anybody can, ask for the minutes of the meeting,
Well, for motions, right?
for everything,
Every item.
for every item.
Item,
Mhm.
for every item. Okay. So moving on, citizens' comments. Citizens are required to fill out a witness card no later than 2 p.m. and can be found at 1301 Farragut, 3rd floor conference room. Comments are limited to 3 minutes per speaker. No more than 3 persons will be allowed to speak on any side of an issue. Speakers may not pass their minutes to any other speaker. Comments should be relevant to the city business and delivered in a professional manner. No derogatory remarks will be permitted. Did anybody sign up? Okay. We do have a guest.
Amy,
Welcome.
welcome.
And, we'll go to action items to number 5. Interim president's report, that would be me. I'm going to, just ask a question. Do we have the, more of a, rather than a report, 2 questions, do we have the office figured out?
No,
So where are you officing out of?
Canseco in the garden, it's outside.
Okay, so,
Yeah, we have an office available, but
but he has to have, what, he has to ask for it?
we just need to maybe just call Tina and ask her if she can ask, the city manager if it's okay, cause we have it, we just need them to do it for us.
Okay, you sent that, I thought you sent that in an email to all of us.
Yeah, I thought that was your request coming from you all.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
no, we haven't.
No, I'm saying, you didn't get that email?
No.
Okay. Alright, well, I'm just, that was my question. I wanna move on and just go to the treasurer's report. Oscar, I thought he was coming today, and I'd like to just, did he say?
No, I haven't.
He sent everything in.
Was he included in the email?
And he did accept the meeting invite.
He did?
Mhm.
Okay. He sent the financial statements. But,
I think Bobby sent something too. Did you get this part? I think that was.
Yes, so it's,
okay.
I always got the treasurer's report.
Yeah.
Okay.
so do we wanna go over it, or do we wanna see if Oscar, okay, let's skip this and then go to, the Urban Ag Education Director report. Shall we, can you just text him while
Yeah.
so what we'll do is we'll skip it for now, cause I think Oscar's coming and he can explain the treasurer's report a little bit more. Jose, you're on.
Yes. I have 3, good afternoon everyone. I have 3 major items today to discuss with you all. The first one is that we just got a notification yesterday that we got a donation by MHM. Back in June, Mr. Reyes and we applied to this opportunity and to develop a project called the Pepper Project. And it is aimed to work with the community, kids and youth, and MHM approved, and they gave us $5K. So we just got the application yesterday. That's,
I didn't even know,
yeah.
and I wrote it.
And Vaughn called me.
You are a rainmaker, sir.
I am.
Thank you.
The second item that I have today is that, if you all remember, last time I talked about the renovation. We need to renovate our irrigation system, and you asked me for a complete quote, which I already have here. I've been working with Mr. Navarro, the city forester, on this project because he's the original installer of the system. So we are working together on this, and this is the complete quote from Ewing. It was sent to Mr. Navarro, and he's given it to me so we can approve, or the board can approve the purchase of these materials so we can proceed and renovate our irrigation system, which is super important right now because we have been watering the whole garden with manual, right?
With a hose.
With a hose, yeah.
Mr. Navarro's with which department?
Parks.
Parks, and so we're gonna be, this is a Parks, this is going through Parks, so we
Yeah.
would be paying Parks back, or?
Just, I think it's a material, is my understanding.
Yeah,
So
esto
material,
es, sí, es puro material.
not labor, right?
No.
So who's installing?
Mr. Navarro en él y nosotros.
Nosotros.
O sea, LCUAS and Mr. Navarro. He's helping us.
In,
But that
I
was
guess I
more
don't understand.
clarification through parts, is Mr. Navarro assisting with that?
Yes, he assists with it. But I don't know how much participation he's supposed to be doing, but he helps them out.
Okay, so are we supposed to hire an installer, or you all are gonna
No.
figure it out?
He's
Yeah.
installing the, I mean,
Okay,
we are replacing parts and bulbs and
and how long
hoses
will it
and-
take?
To do it,
No, how long to purchase and to do it? How much is it?
means it's 1,700.
Okay.
Y
And,
esto cubre todo el jardín, todo,
well, both sides?
yeah.
Okay. And it's what kind of irrigation?
Por boteo.
The drip irrigation.
Drip.
Drill,
Drip line.
okay. Well,
Which, I mean,
so, once you get a
sistema-
yes, how long does it take?
para empezar, o sea, compramos todo y nos vamos a tardar algunas 2 semanas en instalarlo.
¿Cuánto
Es parte-
tiempo
es
duró la
parte-
instalación, la primera? ¿Cuántos años?
Pues desde el 2018 hasta ahorita. Y ya se pasó el tiempo de vida.
Okay, so,
El
it's not
CFD.
on the, so in the future, we need to make, first of all, I'm a little bit, like, do we have anything on here that allows us to vote on that? I'm a little bit confused on this. I don't see it.
But we can make a motion to, regarding through his report, can I
I-
make a motion to,
There's nothing that says,
A possible motion, or possible action.
Because he's a director, so maybe he can approve it.
well, it all depends. How have you purchased things through your contract before?
Bueno, I'm not allowed to do purchases,
Yes, I
I'm not
understand.
looking into those.
You have to say, this is
Yeah.
what it's gonna cost and, well, I mean, we can set a limit as to how much he can say yes to, so, I mean, at least for this, because it's a emergency thing, I would say we make a motion and pass the expenditure.
Well, this is
Until
actually
we
part
get
of,
somebody-
this is actually part of the Centerpoint grant that's in there, the replacement and expansion of the irrigation system.
We've been made aware that it's not in the agenda.
Yes, it's not on the agenda, but it's in the grant. So I think, I do believe it can be done without a,
Yeah.
yeah,
I do
because
believe it can be
right now we
done
have
without
two
a
grants
motion.
that we have to.
No, but specifically in the Centerpoint grant, it's in
Centerpoint?
there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, rock and roll. Let's let that be, because it's in the grant and it's been awarded. When do you get the check?
Okay.
Ya te mandaron el cheque o?
El de Centerpoint, sí, ya.
Okay,
It's in the brand.
all right, perfect. Do the work.
Okay.
And you need to make a copy of that and send it in.
Yes.
Okay?
Ya los puedo mandar.
On
Yeah.
the city side, I would just say for Ms. Carrera to get clarification of what the duties for Mr. Navarro are. Is he gonna be part of the installation, or he just providing a
Yes,
quote to you as
As far as I know,
assisting you?
he's helping us with his crew.
I don't know if you wanna get clarification before they do that, cause on the park side.
Yeah, from my understanding, he's minimally supposed to be helping, but at the same time, if he has available time, sometimes he lets
Yeah,
his
he
time.
actually offered to help me because he's the original installer of the system, so he knows.
Well, he has the available time, obviously, if he's willing to do it. I mean, and if he's allowed to do it on his available time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know he does like irrigation installation all across the parks and everything.
Yeah.
That's helpful.
He does
I
tr-
appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's very helpful. That's why a local government corporation works. And you get to sit on the actual department as part of the table, so, yay.
And
Okay.
Well, my last item today is that, also, since we were asked to remove all the tools and all our things from the house and the storage room, right now I have all my tools and all my wheelbarrows and seats and everything is,
Out in the open.
out in the open. So we need a shed, we
Well,
need to buy a shed or something to, aquí le mandé una foto
Vamos a
a
estar en los
niña, we
minutes.
have everything outside. Ahorita no pasaron nada, pero nos pudieron
From
robar,
last
Yeah.
nos pueden robar
From
cosas.
About,
getting, I think in the last meeting we discussed borrowing, the South Texas Food Bank's mobile,
El container,
container shipping or storage.
Pero tú
facility.
necesitas algo ahí, ¿no? O sea,
sí, porque no que vaya por la herramienta.
that's not-
No, but
Parking lot.
like, I think there's like a mobile, I understood from the last meeting that there's like a mobile storage container that they can drop off and leave on site. But I don't know,
The food bank?
Jose, what are you doing to take care of this as the education director?
¿Perdón?
What are you doing to take care of these needs as the director?
As the
Como
urban
el-
ad
como
director.
el director del programa, ¿qué estás haciendo para asegurar que todos estos problemas que dices que hay, para que se resuelvan lo más pronto
¿Qué
posible?
es lo que hago? Pues ahí estoy trabajando con la gente, cuidando la herramienta y todo lo tenemos ahí.
No.
Sí, pero si ya sabes lo que se necesita hacer, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Bueno, lo que estoy pidiendo es que me aprueben la compra de un
Contenedor.
cuartito, de algo
I
para
thought
guardar
we
herramientas.
discussed this the last meeting.
We
And
discussed
also
restrooms.
ordering the
Sí,
bathroom, did
ahorita,
you order the
sí,
bathroom?
el baño ahorita está, ahorita nos lo cambiaron, está súper bien, está limpio, ahí no estaba así, ahorita no es prioridad del baño, lo que es prioridad es esto que estoy platicando ahorita.
Sí, pero
So,
didn't we
con
ask
el
for?
dinero del grant,
Pero
creo que
también
estaba ahí.
podemos comprarlo con dinero de NHM.
I think the question is, these purchases se pueden, no se tienen que venir a every board meeting.
Bueno, yo creo que sí porque suben de $500. Yo no puedo comprar algo
ok.
que pase $500.
I
As far
know.
as I know.
Mhm.
Por eso
You
lo
need
estoy.
board approval, if
Man-
it's- necesitas aprobación
Del
del
board.
board si es más de 500,
Sí,
y en este caso es más de
es
500.
correcto, es correcto.
Okay, pero no
Pero
está
para
en-
tener un motion, necesitamos que saber esto para ponerlo en la agenda
Sí, bueno, eso yo no
antes
sabía,
de
yo
la
pensé
junta.
que si venían en mi reporte yo podía pedir aprobación y ustedes la aprobaban, eso es lo que yo pensé.
Mhm.
No, nunca.
You're just gonna switch to these policies, or accounting policies.
Porque
Sí.
incluso fue esa plática
Hay
se
que
en la
ver
junta
ese
pasada.
summarize
Yeah.
agenda
que
item,
me
We always
and
need
if there's
3
nothing, then
quotes.
we
We can.
And for the city, we always need
Bueno,
3
what
quotes.
I think the
Competitive.
suggestion is have
Do we have a
any
procurement
purchases
policy?
or
Pero
moves
we
beyond
don't have a
500
policy.
and
I don't
by the
think
board,
so.
if there's nothing, then you move on to the next
Yeah.
agenda item.
No, but I mean,
Yes.
you know, it should be competitive, I mean, in the sense that you went to is this one quote?
Yes.
Well,
But for the city, it's
Pero es
under,
dependiendo de
Rebid
compras.
process.
it's under 2,000.
Yeah, no, if it's under a certain amount, you
Yeah,
don't need that.
for the
Yeah.
city, they changed it to under 2,000,
that's the
you
other
don't
thing,
need
it
3
just
quotes.
needs to come up in our,
You don't need to.
Consider-
all of this will get resolved as soon as we get our capacity,
Maybe for
which I'm trying to rush
for
through,
future
so we
meetings,
can.
we need to add, every agenda, we must add an item where it says, is there anything more than 500 that needs to be purchased? And if there's not an item, if he doesn't have anything of more than 500, then we just move on to the next one. But from now on, we need to add that, so we're not coming back and forth or not knowing what needs to be. In the shed, no is part, like the grant doesn't have like,
For the shed, no, it's not.
Okay,
like
but you can-
materials,
you
like
can rent a
$1,000 in
shed.
materials, or
Rent-
supplies.
Supplies in general, but not.
Sí, bueno, incluso fui a
You
ver,
can just rent a
Because
shed.
we weren't anticipating
O sea,
that.
he estado viendo opciones como quiera.
There's a lot of
Okay, but
parts
so,
that happen and
I'm
we're
sure
not
you can rent a
concerned.
shed for
We're
less
not-
than $500 a month. Just rent a shed. And then that way we don't have to wait, right?
I didn't really think about the shed.
Como board, entonces estamos dando la discreción de rentar lo que necesites mientras sea 500 o bajo. Ese es su movimiento.
And if it's $500 a month, well, we're gonna have to say, I mean, it's gonna be less, I'm sure it's less than that. Or
How much,
rent
how
a studio
much
apartment here
is
for that, so.
Pues
the shed that you were looking
cuesta
at?
como 1,500,
¿Por qué comprarlo?
pues para que esté ahí. Para
Sí,
hacer, ya
ya
nosotros,
entiendo,
es del-
pero
ya
es
sería
que
de-
se va a resolver, estas cosas se van a resolver. Y si compramos algo, y si está ahí, I mean, I don't know, it's up to the board. Do y'all wanna buy a shed, or do y'all wanna
So,
rent
think
it
it's
for a
just
month?
So we have a long-term need is the question.
well,
no,
long-term
they're
need,
usually-
and
they're
then in our
monthly.
lease agreement, can
Right.
we place something in there permanently? Or
Right.
semi-permanent,
Yeah.
permanently? would a shed be considered something?
So, in the garden grounds, since once it gets leased, you can do whatever you want with only that area. So if you wanna put a shed there, you can put a shed there.
That's-
Yeah, 'cause they're
that's
portable, you can move them.
As long as portable, not
Yeah.
So,
tangible.
you can like lease a container, one of those small containers,
The 5 foot.
very inexpensively,
Okay.
okay? And those, nobody's gonna like
You
a
can move,
shed
it's
you
not
can pick
movable.
up and take, you know, but a container's
Well-
very heavy.
Bueno, I'm thinking if we get a container, let's make some hydroponics inside or
Okay,
outside.
okay,
Oh,
right
no,
now
no,
we need a container. We're not buying it, we're leasing it for a
Por
month.
mientras.
And then we can decide next month what we're gonna do if we're gonna buy one, right? Okay?
There's like 4 of them that we can rent.
Okay.
I'm sorry?
There's like 4 businesses that just rent sheds.
Oh, okay.
Sheds, how about containers?
Container.
Okay. All right, is that it?
¿Para,
Yes,
para
that-
cuándo podrías ejecutar esto?
Next
Usted?
week.
Para la semana que viene posiblemente tendría el
Sí,
contenedor para que
Porque
esté
yo,
todo asegurado.
ya llevo 2 semanas con la herramienta afuera, entonces
Ok.
a mí me urge guardarla ya.
So, I mean, si puedes entre esta semana y la otra, pero que no pase del viernes de la siguiente semana, ajá, para que estés también, por favor, puedas dormir tranquilo, que
Sí,
no se van a
porque
ir las cosas.
hasta ahorita no se han robado nada, pero no quiero que se robe nada.
Claro, muy bien.
Okay, so I was just wondering if you have a report on all
Oh, yeah,
the
bueno,
events,
en los eventos, in
anything?
June and July, well, the report is the same because June and July, we have been receiving the Zacate Creek Green District Coalition. So they have a separate, these are all my sign-in sheets from all the year, but they own their own sign-in for June and July because they pay their volunteers. So I'm waiting on Emily because she's sending me their sign-in sheets to reconcile mine with theirs, so I can have a good number, because otherwise I don't have the number, the right number for June and July.
And what does that fall under, and that's why we need it.
Eso entra en el reporte, bueno, the share report that we have, that's updated.
That's every
on-
month.
Yeah, that's every month, that's updated until May. So that's why I'm talking about that. We are just missing June and July, because I'm waiting on Emily to get the.
But that's not the only thing that happened there. I mean, you're doing the farmer's market, you're
No,
doing.
bueno, in June we didn't attend, and in July we don't have farmers
Well,
market.
I don't know that, cause it's not on the.
Yeah, but July, we don't have farmers market in July.
Okay. The thing is that we need to fill that out every
Yes,
month, because
yes.
it's the only
I'm
thing that
just
we
waiting on
have.
Emily. I actually, we talked this morning because they attended this morning. I'm waiting on her.
Okay, but there's a lot of different things to fill out there.
Bueno, eso es lo que hemos hecho junio y julio con Zacate Creek. Todos los martes y todos los jueves han venido a Canseco. Entonces, eso es los números
That's
de
what
esos
you're
días.
calling, volunteer?
That's what I'm calling volunteers and workshops.
How?
También hemos hecho workshops con Zacate Creek.
No, I know, that's what you're doing, but,
Yes.
so you're also, you're counting them as volunteers?
No, I have my volunteers, but I need their numbers too.
Oh, okay. All right.
¿Para qué se necesita el de RISC, los voluntarios de RISC?
No, de Zacate Creek.
De Zacate Creek? ¿Lo estamos contando como parte de LCUAS programming?
Sí,
Porque participas tú.
sí.
Okay.
Yo
Y tú
estoy-
eres
yo-
el que facilitas los programas
Sí,
para. Okay.
para Zacate Creek, sí.
On behalf of LCUAS?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm part of the coalition.
Okay.
Well, we are part of
Yeah.
Have you been going to the meetings
it. Just by Zoom,
by Zoom?
yeah.
So sí estás
Yeah.
viendo los
I
juntas.
even, Roque me dio mi camisa ayer de board
Yeah.
member, yeah.
Okay. So sí estás participando. Okay.
So, I don't, let me, filling out that Excel sheet with all the different things is not, you gotta do it, even if it's like, I didn't do any of this, and you send it out
I've
and
been
said, I
doing it.
didn't do any of the, no. All of these things, there's nothing I can report because nothing happened in all of these things. But it's like something you should put on the screen, or, everybody can be up to date on those A through H of what we're, even if it's like, I'm not working with anybody who's helping with the air quality. I'm not working, or whatever it is, we know that there's like, these are how we do our key performance indicators. This is, so every month that you come as part of this, it's just, this is it. And you can explain what you did just now, but on that sheet, and say, I'm waiting for this number, I'm waiting for this number, because otherwise, we're not gonna have a report inside all of these things showing that we're making progress, even if it's at an ant's pace, you know, on these things. So it's just, it's the backbone to this organization. That's all
I'll put the
I'm
file
saying this
next
with as
time.
much seriousness as possible, because I don't wanna
No, it's-
go
es
another
el-
month like
Es
this.
el, bueno, el archivo del file tú lo tienes, es el que yo te mandé.
Sí.
Los podríamos poner ahí si quieren.
No, I mean the filled out. I mean, esto es algo, no nada más, es algo serio que necesitas verlo cada mes y poner tus cosas ahí. Vas a ver que hiciste más de lo que pensaste. Eso es lo que es, porque siempre nosotros, tipos de gente, pensamos que no hacemos lo suficiente, pero cuando lo escribes y lo ves, dices, ah, pues,
That's why,
wow.
Okay. Por eso quiero el número de Emily, porque todos los martes y todos los jueves vienen como 30 personas, 25, 30 personas, entonces yo quiero el número correcto para poder darles a ustedes el número correcto de cuánta gente vino en junio y julio, martes, todos los martes y los jueves. Eso, por eso me falta esa información.
Pero yo creo que nos gustaría un poquito, a lo mejor un visual, fotos,
Sí,
un
sí.
video, a lo mejor hasta invitar a alguno de los miembros de Zacate Creek que vinieran aquí a la
Pues,
junta.
yo creo que
Yo
sí
invité
se puede.
¿cómo se llama? A Julio, pero pues no vino.
Pues lo vi en la mañana, no me dijo nada.
Okay. So, that's, anyways, are you done?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
And then we're seeing the secretary's report.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. So, this, for the secretary's report, you know, if you have any reports, if you can, make sure you send them the second Thursday, of the month. And I know last time we had the issue with the Google Doc, if you can send it as like a PDF for each sheet you want to come out, because I think when I'm sending it over, it gets difficult, and I know printing also with an Excel sheet, it's hard, so maybe you can send a PDF, that way we don't get any issues, and then also, any other reports that you all wanna include, or want the board to see, we just need to send it out a week before the meeting. The second thing that I did wanna bring up, is that, there is, I wanted to notify you all about the excused absences process. So the bylaws, Article 5, Section 5.08, and it's inside of your folder, the secretary's report, in between the like brown crap folder. It says, after 3 unexcused absences, a director is subject to removal from the board of directors. An absence is excused only if A, the absent member informed the chair of his or her absence in advance, and B, the corporation votes to excuse the absence. So, for example, we would need to make a vote in Ariana's case to count her as excused. And at the
Can we
same,
do that right now?
yeah,
Okay, so let's practice. Okay, Ariana Valdez sent a note to be excused. Are you all in agreement? Okay, all those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carries. Okay.
Do we have to do a motion and second
Yeah.
for clarification?
Oh, we do?
Secretary?
I'm not, it doesn't say we have to make a it just says the corporation votes to excuse.
Okay.
I make a
And,
motion to
Will you do
excuse-
the second?
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we'll just do it. Do you second?
I second.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, and then also, there's a city ordinance that's, relatively new, I guess it was updated since the last time. but it's not relatively new, but I guess, something that, since we initiated, it says, committee members shall automatically forfeit their appointed positions for failure to attend 4 regularly scheduled meetings in 1 calendar year, irrespective of whether said absences are excused, unexcused, consecutive, or non-consecutive. So my understanding is
that in our bylaws too?
No, so that's just the city ordinance, like we.
It doesn't follow that, we have a resolution and bylaws accepted by the city.
Okay.
So
I
if
just
the
thought-
city changes it in the bylaws, then
So,
we can't be following two different things.
yeah, that's what I was a little bit,
Yeah,
confused at, but I would assume that the city would trump the organizational
Yeah.
bylaws. So we have to make an amendment to change ours to reflect the cities, or
yes,
the
they
city-
would have to require us to do that
The
in our
city would.
bylaws.
Okay.
And so, but right now, we don't have it.
Okay.
We can change it. When we do our bylaw amendments, we can add it, but we don't have it right now.
Okay.
That would be like saying, El Metro or LHA board, well, El Metro board is the council. The LHA board would meet. And I don't know if they have that in their board.
You don't,
You don't?
you don't.
So, it's the same thing.
Okay.
We can ask legal for clarification, if the ordinance oversees the bylaws in that requirement.
Independent resolution.
Well, then we would have to take it to thing and get it changed, but we can't just,
Maybe it could also be a
She's gonna,
recommendation.
well, that's
from
what
her.
she's gonna get the clarification.
yeah, I mean, we just can't change it, cause,
Well, yeah,
No,
that's
but
why
we just
we're
want
not making any
clarification,
moves or
yeah.
anything, we're just gonna get clarification from you.
okay.
And then, yeah, with regarding the LCUAS meeting minutes, I don't know if any of you have any like recommendations. I know now there's like apps and stuff, but I don't know of any, but I did struggle a bit to, do a summary of the meeting minutes, because especially, I think last meeting, there was a lot of, stuff going on. And to me, a lot of it was important. Maybe I'm too like detail oriented and I need to just like, weed a lot of stuff out, but, I don't know if you all have any recommendations of any apps or tools that you've seen other committees use, and that you can share with me, just so that.
I mean, YouTube, I know that they're recorded. The way we do our meetings is that it's recorded and then we go back on the YouTube videos and then we just,
Oh, yeah, that's
we
what I
do the
did.
minutes on that, so that helps.
Okay,
And
yeah.
there's transcription AIs where you
Yeah.
can transfer that audio and it'll type it for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you just edit, because it does pick up, especially like here, sometimes we speak Spanish,
Mhm.
AI is semi-fluent. It'll pick up some stuff that.
So it'll
we do
translate
say.
it for you
It could
automatically?
translate, but it may not be the translation.
Right, right,
So
right.
again, there's
Close
some
enough.
editing that is required.
Okay.
That would save a lot of time.
Yeah, at least just to get a
I'll
good.
show you a template of what I have, and it really pretty much does it for you. All you have to do is just make sure everything is what we said.
And we also have to get back to you after. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, and the last thing is that, thank you for that I asked, I was reached out by our TML insurance group, and they're doing an audit, so I know your work,
I'm working on
like your
that.
report kinda helped me answer, but we basically need the actual number of volunteers, and then I think we need,
For a year, right?
yeah, for the last year, because basically when we requested the insurance, we only base ourselves on estimates, and so they're auditing us to see how accurate our estimates are and if anything needs to change, either, less or more. And I asked Bobby, for, I don't know if, there are some volunteers that we pay, do you know, Oscar? No, there's no volunteers we pay? Oh, I thought there were, okay, so I'll put that on the.
Also, it's unique volunteers. It's
Yeah.
not double, like, in
It's
other
a-
words, if the same 30 people are coming.
Slack. You guys heard of Slack?
Oh, that's the other transcription? Oh, okay. I've heard of it, but I've never,
Yeah, Slack.
okay, I'll look into that. Yeah, well, I think that takes care of pretty much, my report.
Thank you, that was great. Thank you so much. Can we jump to, we skipped the treasurer's report. Can you give us a quick?
Before we send, I brought the reports just in case.
Okay.
So, the statement of financial position as of today, July the 17th, bank balance 97,109.39. And that's it. The other section is just the net assets of LCUAS. Now, moving on to the statement of activity, that's the revenues and expenses from October 1st to July 17th, today's date. We ended up with corporate and foundation grants at 15K. That's the center point. Donations directed by individuals. That's a list of donations from October to today's date. It's $11,000. Government grants and contracts. That's $80,000. And then grants from other nonprofits. That's RISC, MHM, etc. It's $22,119 with 23 cents. And then of course sales at 1,100. That totals the revenue for LCUAS. $130,019. $130,019.23. Moving down to the expenses, we have advertising and marketing, $500. The contract for Jose and Jorge at $44,359. Bookkeeping and taxes, $765. Insurance, $1,853. IT hardware and software, $834. Internet expense, $761. Office supplies, $10. Small tools and equipment, $633. Urban farm supplies and materials, $2,355. Giving us a net profit or net revenue of $73,973 with 32 cents for the period. And that includes the city funding recently received in July. And that concludes the statement of activities for LCUAS.
Okay. So the cash on hand is,
97,109.
okay, thank you.
And I don't know when, but it might be a good time to, well, it is a good time to start working on next year's budget. Just
On who?
next year's budget for LCUAS.
Well, that's what we're supposed to be doing according to our, bylaws. So, but it's not on this, we don't have to, well, it'll probably be on the next month's agenda.
What
Yeah.
exactly, sorry?
The budget for next fiscal year.
We need to
Okay.
do a
Proposed budget.
2 to 3 hour retreat and figure that out, hopefully. So, you know, I think, so can we move on, cause I think we do need to go into executive session, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so, number 6, moving on, are you done?
Yes.
Thank you, thank you so much, Oscar.
You're gonna make copies and give you guys a copy each,
Yes,
or?
please.
So we have I think.
I thought this was it, but no, I guess it's a different one, right?
I think his is more updated,
Okay.
just from like, another extra week. But it should be right under the secretary's report, is a statement of activity, and I think it goes up to July 10th. So, yeah, it's just a week different. But yeah, I don't know if we can also get a copy of that one if you all would like.
Okay. Moving on. Item 6, executive session. The board reserves the right to adjourn into executive session at any time during the course of this meeting to discuss any posted agenda item when authorized by Texas Government Code Section 551071, consultation with attorney, 551072, deliberations about real estate, real property, 551073, deliberations about gifts and donations, 551074, personnel matters, 551076, deliberations about security devices, and or 551086, economic development. Following the closed session, the open meeting will convene, at which time, if any, something's missing, any action, at which time action of any may be taken. Okay, so, we're gonna go into, executive session for personnel matters. Can we, thank you.
I second that motion.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't know if we
Or,
needed one for that, but okay.
I think we
Oh.
usually.
Okay.
Yeah, I think council does.
Okay. So, all those in favor?
Aye.
So, item 7 and, well, item 7 wasn't a discussion, but
Yeah, I can, in case needed, maybe.
maybe she can come in real quick.
Let me check. I'm gonna see media's here, so we can vote.
Well, sorry, but we did notice that the recorder wasn't on, so we're just gonna quickly go through these. Item 8, 9, and 10, and 11 are all just discussion items, no motion is needed.
Iría, te podría regresar, puedes Federico a buscarte. Para ver si te puedes regresar, por favor. Ahí bien. Yes, he's coming back.
Oh, where did Francisco go?
So item 7, update regarding Jose Moreno's independent contractor agreement.
Wait, we still don't have quorum. Francisco.
Go in the restroom.
Saturday.
Let me tell Myra to just let them know, we're going to the same meeting.
What's it for?
It's for an event that was happening downtown, but
Oh.
we're partnering, economic development, Tammy U, Laredo Main Street,
Oh, it's for the thing
that
that's
make a difference.
at the Center for the Arts?
Not the workshop.
No.
Okay, we're recording now?
Mhm.
Are we,
Yes.
okay.
Okay, moving, there was no action taken during executive session. Item 7 is update regarding Jose's independent contractor agreement and possible action regarding the title revision to urban agriculture education director compensation and benefits. Right now, we're only doing the change, of the name. Any, motions? Motion to change the name,
Motion to change the name.
okay. Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Oh,
Second.
did somebody motion? Sorry. All those in favor?
Aye.
No, I make the motion
Okay,
and then
second.
second.
Yeah,
Yeah,
second.
and then,
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, you can go.
And the
Thank
rest
you.
are,
okay, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
no action is needed. Update with possible action regarding the selection committee recommendation for executive director. You can just say the last part.
Yeah, so we're gonna, have a virtual interview with 3 of the candidates. So if y'all have any questions that you want answered, you can email them to me and I'll, compile them in our questions to ask the candidates.
Thank you. Discussion with possible action regarding nominations for, that's just discussion. Discussion with possible action regarding nominations for private sector food representatives and Laredo urban agriculture representative. These are 2 open positions. As of this meeting, because there has, actually before, because the 2 board members have not come to the meetings, and so according to the bylaws, and they're not excused, so, there was no request to be excused, so, we have to fill those positions for the rest of the term that is left over for those people. So that would be, we have, 3 candidates, and, we'll, at the next meeting, we will, provide that list and we can talk about, voting on them. Okay. Number 10, discussion with possible action regarding Food Town, Laredo, Texas. There's a kickoff meeting on the next week, Wednesday or Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday, don't know exactly when, it would be in the afternoon. It's in person, Zoom is available. We have some help coming in all of the month of September from a very seasoned public engager and city maker, Karen Gaitan. And in the meantime, also looking for some help to just facilitate meetings and meeting notes and all of that for our Zoom meetings. So that's just as a part of a report. If nobody has anything to add, we can move on. Okay. Number 11, discussion and possible action regarding the lease agreement for the property at 1415 Chihuahua Street with the city of Laredo. Just, is there anything to report?
It's going to council on Monday, so for approval.
Final reading.
The final reading, so
Okay.
once we get it, we estimate approximately a week, we already have the lease draft, so it's ready to be processed. So we're estimating about a week also to execute the contract.
Okay. All right, any announcements?
I have one. So I sit on the MHM, Community Council, and we were emailed yesterday, the members of the community council, the local community council, we're given the task of recommending organizations for funding, and I recommended LCUAS for funding, so hopefully we will get invited to apply.
Is this for,
There's a new cycle opening up for, there's smaller grants.
Oh,
I don't know
okay,
the amounts,
great.
but yeah, this is like an invitation only thing.
okay, fantastic,
Mhm.
our rainmaker.
Thank you.
So, unless anybody else has any other announcements? Motion to adjourn,
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
all those in favor?
Oh, second.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Out of it. All those opposed? None heard, motion carries.
Oh.
Okay.